Hi, hello, mabuhay. Welcome back to another episode of Krista's Curiosity. And today is a very milestone type of interview because I'm not only doing an interview, but it's a band interview with Meldrop. And if you guys don't know who Meldrop is, I feel like they are globally rising, nationally known indie rock stars who formed in 2022. And the band originally met as bussers and officially formed after an impromptu jam session in Tacoma, Washington. And Meldrop was their first EP in 2023, following Mellow Days, which dropped last year in 2025. But they're definitely putting Seattle on the map. They just came fresh from touring, so we'll see what type of stories they'll have today with me. But can each band member introduce themselves?
Yeah, my name is Aiden Goodman, and I play the keys for Meldrop.
My name's Elijah Tooncap, and I play the drums and I sing backing.
My name's Aiden Maggi, and I play bass.
Yeah, so who are the two members that are missing?
We have two more,
Yeah.
River, our lead vocalist and guitarist, and then Kieran, who also sings a lot and plays guitar. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, they're here in spirit, so
Yeah.
like I think three is enough. They're right here. But how was touring for you guys? Like, what did it teach you? You guys mentioned how you guys liked LA and Santa Cruz a lot.
Yeah, those spots were really good. Yeah, touring this time was a lot better. We had one like DIY tour before this run that we did in a Tacoma pickup truck. That was
Stressful.
It was stressful
Yeah.
to say the least, but I mean it was great to get out on the road like initially in like a pickup truck and do that. But this tour that we just did now, we have a school bus that we like kind of modded out. We put beds up in there and like have like a generator with electricity, so it was very nice out on the road for us.
Definitely much more comfortable because the first time around we're all like crammed, like five of us in a little truck, like shoulder to shoulder the whole time.
No.
This time, like everyone gets their own seat. Like you can spread out, you can lay down if you need to sleep while we're driving.
Upgraded.
So
Yeah,
much
the
nicer.
upgrade for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some good shows. I would say that maybe Sacramento and Denver,
And Denver, like by energy.
Oh.
were some
Crazy,
some
yeah.
top ones.
Whoa.
Just the energy in those places. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. Like they weren't
Not
like,
in Denver. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Denver was crazy. There were like
Yeah,
three
Kieran, so-
people crowd surfing. Kieran, who's not
Kieran
here
played,
now,
like a guitar
crowd surfed.
solo on top of the crowd. Like he like crowd surfed and like was still playing, and then they put him back down for the breakdown, and like that was
Oh.
like like that like it just embodies the energy that they had going the whole night. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was
Yeah.
Denver was a cool one.
Yeah.
I'm
But yeah.
glad they gently put him down.
Yeah,
They didn't
did.
do anything.
They almost dropped him. I saw in the video. They were like, "Oh," and then he like tipped.
Okay, I know that when you guys came in, we had your music playing, but can you guys share some of like your favorite songs that you've created, worked on, or like what are some future songs you guys are working on, if you can tell?
What favorite song and then a song that we're working on was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, out of the stuff that we have released so far,
You can
I would
go
say-
line by line to
yeah, I would say that probably Faded is one of my favorites.
I
that we
really like
have.
that song.
And then like new upcoming ones, we're about to drop a new one that's called Point Defiance, which is a park in Tacoma.
Mm-mm-mm.
But that one I think is one of my top ones off of like this new album that we have coming out maybe in like summer or fall time. Yeah.
I think my two favorites are Tooncap, but I'm biased because that's my last.
Yeah,
name.
that's
Yeah.
And then Nude Walter Beach is really fun to jam.
Yeah.
And then Point Defiance, which we're about to drop, is also like really sick. I like that one a lot.
I'd probably say Faded, and then there was a song called Strip Mall. It
Strip Mall?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I really like Faded too.
Yeah.
I think when I should give some background as a listener, but your guys' song started to pop up a lot in my like shuffles, and I think Faded was probably one of the first ones I saw
Yeah.
in my like band indie rock mix or something.
Yeah.
And then I played it and I was like, whoa, I fuck with this. Yeah.
That one's really nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
like I feel like our music has a lot of like diversity even within certain albums because like we'll have Kieran singing and he likes a lot more 90s
Like grunge, like
Seattle
also.
stuff.
Is it
And that's
the
like
way I
Faded, that's
walk?
like that
Is it
style.
the
But then
way
there's
to
like
walk?
yeah.
I think I really like the lyrics in that one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very relatable in a sense of like when you're overthinking and you're like, was it everything I did? Or like, what is wrong with me? Type of like vibe. At least that's how I related
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
We have a like joke going like amongst ourselves that like those YouTube edits where it'll be like slowed in reverbed or like POV. You're playing faded and like your parents are arguing at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's the
Is
vibe
it
that
the
Kieran
way
had.
I walk? Is it the
He
way
was
I
singing his heart
talk?
out on that song.
That's definitely like I think where his mind was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys kind of explain how much you've grown from like first forming to now? Because I feel like that's already like 4 years in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've matured a lot. I think we're still a little immature sometimes. But
Yeah.
like I know like when I first joined the band, like I was 16 and like I like didn't really play the drums. Like the whole story is like I played marching band in high school and I played snare drum. And so when I first met River working at the restaurant in Tacoma, he like starts talking to me telling me he needs a drummer for his band. And I was like, I can play drums. Like I didn't specify that it wasn't drum kit, but then like I just learned it when I joined. And then I think we've all both musically and also like personality wise and like just matured a lot and like kind of come into our own and found our sound.
Yeah. Did you practice the drum kit before the first time that we jammed, or is that the first time that you're on a
like
kit?
I played like
Okay.
a little bit. Like,
Okay.
There was like a drum kit, like cause I was in like band at school, so like there was like a drum kit that I would play whenever like an arrangement had it for concert band. So like I like dabbled a little tiny bit.
A little bit.
But yeah.
But it was still pretty new, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, similar for me. Like I initially played the bass, but when I joined, I had maybe played guitar for like a year, and I was like, oh, I can play the bass. And then I joined, and then
Okay,
yeah. So we all kind of we found our way pretty quickly.
I think the crazy thing was that like I bought like a $500 drum kit for that first practice, having not played the drums.
That
very
is
much.
crazy. Did you? I
Yeah.
didn't even know
It
that.
was
went,
the
like, I went
sheer
on, like-
confidence.
Yeah,
Like
dude, you
Facebook
knew.
Marketplace, I went to like Metadude in Tacoma
Yeah,
and just bought a drum kit. Yeah.
that's so funny.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, like playing together for such a long time, like I feel like the way that I approach music has definitely changed. Especially like going and playing with some friends and stuff and some other projects. It's just you definitely notice like there's a certain amount of like chemistry and like non-spoken communication that really like
Vibes.
I feel like is kind of unique from like music like situations that I've been in. So just over time, just getting better and being able to like kind of read each other without having to talk or anything is definitely like it adds to the workflow and makes it a lot smoother.
Yeah, you guys definitely have like a family feel now, like just meeting you guys for like the first time. That I had like an impromptu question before I get serious again. What were your guys' first impressions of each other too?
Well, working together.
Oh, Elijah's laughing.
Yeah, Elijah was like a pretty dastardly.
Tell them about you thought we were in college.
Oh, okay, yeah. So first they catfished me.
Oh.
Like, they're like, I'm in college.
This is gonna be a
so
clip.
Like, I was at the community college in Tacoma, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna try to find people because I just like moved up here because one of my friends lived in Tacoma, and then I was like asking everybody, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm in college, and then they're doing like Running Start, which is the program when you're in high
That is
school,
technically
right?
college. I did that too.
Yeah, but it's
I
borderline.
got your back, Elijah.
It's borderline, I will say. But yeah, so they first catfished me, and then when we were working together, Elijah was notorious for getting a towel wet and then like whipping you when you're on the
Not
floor.
him
Yeah.
specifically.
No, he's just doing that to the customers.
Yeah. And then him and his friend, you and Micah, were definitely doing that like crazy. And then but pretty much River got us all together after that point. He just
I don't know. I think I was this kind of like goes back to the last question too, but I was like really reserved when I first joined, and like I feel like through this and like getting, more familiar with everybody, I've loosened up a lot. But yeah, I don't know. Very like I think your first impression of River is exactly what it actually is. Like you know what you're getting off the bat. He's very like outgoing and friendly and
aloof.
goofy and yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any first impression?
Yeah, actually, my very first impression with them was actually before I was playing in the band and before I worked at Lobster Shop. I had a band with River back in high school.
Oh, okay.
We've known each other for a long time. But one of the times I came out for a video to like help shoot, to help like carry stuff up and whatever, and just kick it, and then I met them. Yeah, first impressions. I mean, pretty standard. They were both pretty quiet. I didn't really talk to them very much. He had a man bun, which I thought was cool. And I think he should bring it back. But yeah, I guess like seeing them at the jam situation, like having like past history with like River and stuff. I was like, damn, like I want to play with these guys. These guys are pretty cool. And then 4 years later, yes, I am.
It's a whole like college experience right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay.
Running
Now
Start does not count as college. Well, I guess it does. But
it does.
I got an
Okay.
associate.
he's
I
5
got
years
it.
younger than me, and he's like, "Oh
I'm
yeah,
his
I'm
little
in the
brother.
same
Oh.
grade as you, but you're 5 years
Yeah.
younger than me."
Okay, one more silly question before we jump in. I had asked you guys like 4 questions for my like written editorial, but you guys mentioned how you would want to collab with Masayoshi Takanaka and Mac DeMarco. So if you guys would be able to collab with them, what would you want to say to both of them?
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, like
Elijah, you gotta
No.
lock
You
in.
said Masayoshi.
Yeah, I did
What do
say
you wanna say?
Masayoshi.
okay, moving on. Let's. No, I was just kidding.
Okay, if I had to say something, Masayoshi,
Yeah.
please let me play with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
begging. Yeah.
Okay. You do Mac DeMarco.
Oh,
Back to Marco. Please, let us work with you. We love your music. It's true.
Please, both of you.
It's just pleading for every single one.
Please, both of you. I want to play with both of you guys separately or together.
yes. We're
Together would be crazy.
we're sending this in to them.
You have their like personal phone number.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and their email, everything. Yeah. Okay, going back to Serious Mode. You mentioned how there is an upcoming album soon,
Yeah.
potentially dropping this summer or this fall. I don't know, how will it be different from what you guys already dropped?
A little more polished.
Okay.
I feel like every project thing that we put out, like it's tough because the next stuff that we record to come out is like I feel like it's better. And this album I feel really happy about. We got some like older tunes on it, but a lot of like newer ones that are just like I think a step above what we were putting out before.
I think it's very different because we've put 2 EPs out, which are like cool, and I like them a lot. But like our first full length album is kind of a big deal to us, and like we definitely had to work on like, this time before you go into the studio, like you really think through what you want to put out, and like we even have like 2 or 3 of the tracks on it. Like we recorded like in 2024, but just like kept in the vault because we didn't think they fit so well on the first EP. But then this time around, we made sure to like work them in nicely, and like I think it's just very complete.
Yeah. It's a lot more songs. I think, right? We have like 12 songs that are going to be coming out. And usually when we record, it's like two days in the studio because that stuff is so expensive to record. Like I think, yeah. And then, so this time when we did this album, we spent like a whole week.
It was like 8 days,
Yeah, it was like 8 days in the studio,
Wow.
which was an experience within itself, just being in a basement underground with like 5 guys, and then our engineer. I don't know how our engineer puts up with us, Garrett. Yeah,
great.
he's a saint for that. But yeah, so we had like 8 days in the studio, and we're able to get like 12 songs out. But yeah, they're all pretty like cohesive. They have like a similar sound. The album will be called Cascadia.
Okay.
So the general vibe, I guess, is that each song relates to the PNW in its own way.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hey, okay. And I guess what my final question is like, what are your 2026 goals as a band?
Coachella. No.
Coachella? Coachella, please.
Coachella,
Please.
please have us
Coachella.
this year.
You have their
Last
email in
week?
there.
Last
phone number.
week.
Last week.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, it was
wasn't
like,
it?
No, Lollapalooza?
Oh,
Oh,
Rolling Loud.
there you go.
what's the one in
Shebang.
Red Rocks? What's
Just start naming them.
it? Moab? What is that one? The one at Red Rocks?
Red Rocks.
Red
Yeah.
Rocks,
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, real goal.
You can give 1 or 2 and then we'll wrap
Yeah.
it up.
Well, honestly, I don't know. Block Party would be cool. Like Seattle
Yeah.
Block Party would be cool.
Mm.
We're doing the Tacoma one this year,
Nice.
but getting
Cap Hill.
on those, the Capitol Block Party would
And,
be
um,
awesome.
Um,
Bumbershoot.
yeah,
Bumbershoot.
Yeah.
For sure.
You guys have it right here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right over there. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys it's a pretty good lineup last year and this year, I'm pretty sure. I liked artists from both of those. Yeah.
Okay, well, is there anything else you guys would like to say before we end?
we got a little East Coast run coming up. It's like just a little short 2 weeks. We're going Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Brooklyn specifically.
Boston,
DC, Nashville, and
then back home.
Yeah, and then back home. So we're doing that mid-June to end of June.
Yeah, I think it starts
the
June
23rd or so.
June 15th to the 30th. Yeah,
30th pop out. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
If
First
you're on
time
the East Coast.
Even if you're not on the East Coast, Midwest, we're hitting the Midwest. But the first time out there, we're scared, we're alone, we need help.
Please.
Please,
Please.
in the East Coast or Midwest.
Please. And Coachella and Lollapalooza, and yes, please. Okay.
Boom. Chicken bag. See ya.
And there you have it.